helped me realize like how important I was as the artist. And, that just makes you ask more questions versus just going with whatever the brand says or whatever anybody says to your work. It definitely helped me connect with my core customer base, but it also just gave me more things to post. And it just kind of like I guess served as a type of like it expanded the reach of like me on social just because people see me posting. They might not know what I'm doing, but it just shows that I'm active and it shows that I'm doing something. And in turn, it just brought more eyes and ears on everything that I did. Like just from the 2 drops alone, I've gained interest from people. People have like hit me up and asked more questions about what it is that I'm doing. Somebody texted me on the side, told me I'm snapping. Those are just like the I guess the social back pats that like you need to keep going. And it's just on that end. On the other end, more brands have reached out to me, and they've always reached out to me with things that were kind of like catered to what I already was doing, which shows the importance of whatever it is that you do, just do it all the way. Because it's like I bet you if I was selling roses, a flower company would have hit me up. Like that's how simple I feel like the system is, and that shows me how much people are willing to just like, I guess, be captivated by the system or like, if you tell me this is what you're doing, then I'm going to believe it. So now I'm going to reach out to you about that. You know what I mean? So it was just a lot of business opportunities and other opportunities to kind of like expand what I'm already doing with the system. And now I'm learning like the system doesn't really change. It's now, let me take what I'm doing with the system and apply it to anything. So that's like one thing I'm learning too. And that's like one thing that the system has told me is like, oh, it doesn't really change. We just take it and now, oh, now you have a platform or now you have a collaboration. All right, bet we're doing this. How can we apply the system to like this collaboration versus the collaborator telling you, oh yeah, just send your art. We'll take care of everything. Like you don't even want to do that anymore. Now you're like, well shit, I'd rather sell it on my site, you know? And had the infrastructure before. So like a Levi's or Gucci or whatever, I'm more like, y'all could sell it there. Like I didn't have the infrastructure anyway, but now I'm like, oh wait, hold on. How can I make this come back to me? So definitely. I noticed that as sometimes it's like to me, I'm really big on like, I wouldn't say I'm big on this, but I just I guess like the fault of an artist sometimes that we have this thing about being mysterious and we kind of like play into that. And I didn't really realize like how sometimes how counterproductive just being like the mysterious artist can be, especially when you're dealing with people who don't create every day. They just consume and like things. They want to consume you. They want to come. So if you make it hard them to access you, it could work 2 ways. It could work in your favor, but, you know, yeah, if you have, like, an entire machine and a budget behind you, like, yeah, you could be as mysterious as you want on social because you got somebody hitting press for you. You got somebody pulling your pieces and getting them on the right people, so you could be a little weird artist in the house, but when you're independent and you're doing it yourself, can't really do that. Like, you have to, be engaging with you have to engage with people. So yeah, I definitely like noticed a change in that and like people actually wanting to hear what it is that I have to say or what it is that I want to do, even if it's just could be the smallest thing in the world, but it's my voice, it's my background, it's my world going to be captivated by it or at least going to be interested.
Wow, facts, facts.
I think my favorite thing about working with uh Tunde was I guess the him understanding who I am as a client, I guess. I guess that's like the most important thing, like who I am as a business, what I am as an artist, and like what it is that I'm trying to do. And I think that's the hardest when you're working with people in general, is like them being able to understand what your needs are versus someone else's needs. So I never really felt like at any moment that he was confusing me with any of his other clients or that he didn't really get it. And I really do appreciate that. And I also appreciate just like, him not, him willing to tell me no or tell me something doesn't work and to be honest about that. Cause a lot of times when you work with people, just because they want to get a check, they might be telling you whatever, but just telling you whatever is not going to get you to your goals. So sometimes you got to be like told that something doesn't work or, you do that better. So, yeah, I really do appreciate that. If you want to like be on boss, if you want the tools to be on boss, the 24-hour system like will work for you. That's the best way I can put it. If you really want to like take things over and do what you see your other favorite brands and creators and cool people, if if you want to do what they're doing, you know what I'm saying? If you want to be able to have access, if you want to be able to make money, if you want to be able to just like tell your story and feel good about the things that you're putting out versus dropping something to deaf ears, like you should probably take heed to the system and follow that because it's really crazy. It's the wild, wild west on the internet right now, and it's not a lot of people that are really here for with your best interests. Everyone here is trying to take money out of your pocket. So you got to figure out how to take money out of theirs. You know what I mean? Like you got to figure out how to your piece of the pie because everybody has their hand out. Everybody's snatching, and some people got more than one. Some people got two arms. Some people got four arms. Some people got a team of people all grabbing. So since you only got one arm and you can't grab, like maybe you need a spatula. Like you know what I mean? Maybe the system can help you get a net so you could just grab and take more of the pie. You know what I'm saying? But more than anything, I think it really just teaches you independence and, how to run a legitimate e-commerce business that can, help you be financially free or, just help you scratch that itch that you always had. Like, yo, if it was up to me and I had something, this is what I would do. It's like, okay, now you got it. Like, what are you going to do? And it's just sometimes it's just as simple as actually getting up, getting into work, making a product and following the system to bring that product from your head to someone's hands. And it's like the most beautiful thing about the entire process of the system is the fact that something came from your head and now it's in someone's home. And like that's crazy. And being able to really reach the people that you want to reach versus it just you dropping something and no one hears it, no one knows, your friends, your close family buys it, and then that's it and you back at work tomorrow. You know what I mean? No, but it ain't even me sugarcoating it. That's how I really feel. Cause like, you could be making anybody could do this. You could
Right.
be an artist, you could be a director with a merch brand on the side. You could be a Fortune 500 business owner. You could be somebody that owns a flower shop on Fifth and Bainbridge in Philadelphia. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you could be a producer. You could be anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get these just selling newsprints on your site. Like, it doesn't matter what it is. I think that's what I like about the system. The fact that it can work in any field, any background, anything. So it could work at, it could work in real estate. It could work in anything. I would say don't count your eggs before they hatch.
Mm. Okay.
And I would say that because you only going to get out of the system what you put into it.
Back.
You're only going to get out of it. And like, I've learned that. So, you know, so really you never know what the end result could be, but most of the time it's going to be better than you think. It's never going to be exactly what you think. That's most of the time, like that's a good thing as long as you put the work in. So literally, like, don't count your eggs before they hatch. Follow the blueprint, follow the system. And if you follow it fully, you know what I mean? Like, I don't, you're going to do better than you did last time. And it's just snowball effect. You just keep building. Rome wasn't built in a day.